Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Debbie and this is my crafty den, and I am so glad you're here. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you so much for all the support that you give my channel. I really do appreciate it, and I hope everyone enjoys today's spread. So last month I did a page in my planner that was using a method that I would normally use in my art journal, and that was decoupaging. Yes, I used a napkin and put it along the bottom of my page for my decor in my planner. And I have to say, guys, I'm done that week now, and it turned out fabulous, just fabulous. So I had no trouble writing on the decoupage napkin. I just wrote on it with, actually, I just used a Bic pen last week I just finished it. And because I plan ahead, I plan 2 or 3 weeks ahead in my planner so that I don't have to put Post-its in next week or the week after. So I have this napkin. Isn't it pretty? An oceanside cottage. So I'm going to cut this in half so that I can show you how well this fits. So I'm going to save. There. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to save the other half of this napkin for something else. So now I have this. How gorgeous is that going to be? So I am going to put it on here, and I'm going to put it on so that I don't go above this line, because I'm going to keep my top line very, very functional this week and make my chore lists and my to-do lists, whatever you want to call them, at the top. I am going to use a water pen. I have these little pens that I picked up. I believe I got these ones at Dollarama, and I've got 6 or 8 of them. And you just fill them with water, and they're a little pen, just a water pen. I am going to outline this so that I can see about where I want to cut this off, so it doesn't go up too far. So I'm going to cut a little bit of the bottom of this off. So I'm just going to go straight across here like this. Make sure you have enough water coming out. Just like that. And then I'm going to go around here. There, like that. And then what I'm going to do, put my top back on, is I'm just going to take this napkin and I am going to pull the top off of this. So once it's wet all the way through, this is very easy to remove the part of the napkin that you don't want. And what that gives is a nice torn edge. Not quite enough there. What that gives is a nice torn edge so that you don't have a scissor cut, like a straight edge, because I always think that that looks a little bit funny. Remember, I'm treating this as I would my art journal. So let's go through and cut that bottom off. I didn't get all the way to the edge here. There. And this is all I need in here. Now I am going to take my scissors and cut right down the middle of this napkin. So that I have a piece for each page. so pretty and delicate. Oh my gosh, just so pretty. So what you do to decoupage this on is first you have to separate the napkin. So most napkins have 2 to 3 layers. This one has 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to make sure I take just the top layer of this napkin because that's all I want. And the really cool thing about using a napkin in your planner this way is that the napkin is fairly translucent and you can see what's going on behind. So you can still see your lines that divide your boxes, and you know, it doesn't lose the planner effect. One page. My fingers aren't very sticky. I'm going to get a little tab of glue on my... Oh, no, I think I can get it apart. There you go. I just needed to get it started. So just be a little careful when you're pulling them apart that you don't tear the napkin that you want to use. So I think I'm going to do this and decoupage out so that I'm right on this line here and decoupage out to the outside of my page. And then that way, if there's a little bit of a hangover, I can just trim it off. So what I'm going to use to decoupage this on is this clear gesso. So it doesn't have to be Liquitex. It can be any kind as long as it's a clear gesso. I'm going to put a little wee bit into this cup and use it to decoupage this napkin on. So I'm going to do one page at a time. I'm going to take this, set it aside, and show you how I do this. So I'm going to get this lined up. I'm going to start with the other page because this is the full house or the full cottage. And I want to make sure that this one is lined up. Then I'll line the other one up to match it. So I just want to go up to that line. So I'm going to come down like this a little bit, and then I'm going to line it up on this edge right here. And I'm just going to hold this down. I'm going to take fairly soft, small paintbrush, and I am just going to go on the top of the napkin. With a napkin, you do not have to put your decoupage down first and then stick your napkin into it. You just start with your napkin. I've got it down on that edge now. That's how easy that was. It's not going anywhere now. So I am going to brush right down the middle. And as soon as you start to feel any drag on your brush, get a little bit more of the decoupage medium onto your brush. Because as soon as your brush starts to get tacky, that's when it'll start to rib. So now I've got that on there, just down the middle. I'm going to brush from the middle down and out, putting quite a bit of the napkin or the decoupage medium on my brush. Like not globs, but I want it to be wet all the time while I'm doing this. And I'm only putting a thin coat on. This soaks through the napkin so fast. So this is anybody that wants to try putting a napkin into their planner. It's fairly easy to do. And I would use, I don't have any matte Mod Podge, just the matte Mod Podge from the dollar store. You can get it at Dollar Tree, I believe. And I can get it at Dollarama. And you just get little bottles, like those little 2-ounce paint bottles. You can get little bottles like that, so you don't have to make a big investment. And that is enough. Now I'm going to go up from the middle to here. So what I'm doing is brushing my napkin from the center points out, and that's going to prevent some of the wrinkles. going to get some wrinkling. You're putting a wet medium onto a thin paper napkin. So it's going to wrinkle some, but it's not going to be a whole lot. And this is going to be in a closed book. It's not a piece of art, so we don't have to seal it. I'm just making sure here that I have just a good amount down the outside edge so that when this dries, I can trim that off. So I've got that one. I'm going to start here at the center where this isn't glued down, and I'm just going to work my way out to the edge. And this is how you decoupage a napkin on anything. So if you're wanting to try decoupaging napkins onto jars, onto a canvas, anything, guys, just anything, you do it the same way. So I've got that one down there, and I'm going to do the other page exactly the same. And then I'm just going to take a break and go do something, and I'm going to let this dry. And it's not going to take very long. All right, so I went and did my dishes, and I came back, and this is dry. It doesn't take long to dry. It's a very, very thin coat. It's the only medium that's on the page. I haven't layered a bunch of stuff on top of this, and it's dry completely to the other side. And I just wanted to show you, this is last week's spread that I've done. I haven't started to use it yet, but it did not make any of this, like I got this paper wet and it didn't make anything run on the other side of the page, so it doesn't soak all the way through. So my tip, if you're going to do this, is to just keep this layer really thin, because it doesn't take much to decoupage a napkin onto paper. As soon as that napkin is wet, it's glued down. So now I am debating on whether I want to use this blue, which is really close to this shading in here, or whether I want to use this one here because it's really light and closer to this here. So either one is going to be my list. My list doesn't have to be that long. So maybe I'll use this one. So I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to grab my scissors. And I'm going to trim off this bottom part. But I'm going to trim it off there, a little bit higher up, so that I can leave like a header at the top of that. And I'm going to stick this back in the book because this is still usable. And I'm going to put this on this page down here for this. So let's put this nice and straight and put it like this. Just like that. There. Now I'm going to just take a peek through my sticker books. I want to find some to-do headers that go at the top. I'm sure I've got to have some. Okay, so unfortunately I finished this, and because I went looking for stickers, let my dog out, got interrupted with a phone call and what have you, I came back and started doing this, and I thought I pushed pause off on my camera, but I must not have hit it, or I hit it twice and put pause back on again. But I didn't finish this, but there wasn't a lot left to do, so I'm going to show you the sticker books where I got these stickers from. So to start with, all the to-dos that I put across the top of the page were just the to-dos from the big rainbow book. I like them because they're a little bit larger than the script in some of the other ones. And it's my top of my boxes list, so I like that to be a good size to see it. And I just I took my scissors. I literally just took my scissors and went up and cut the asterisk off and just put the to-do down. So that's what I got out of that rainbow sticker book. And I think that's all that I got out of there. And then I used a recipe sticker book. Yes, guys, the recipe and the budget sticker books have a lot of things in them that you can use. Like this whole page of beautiful rose gold, just little dot markers. There are the little circle dots, the triangles, these asterisks, and these pretty little flags. And I have rose gold discs, so that's what I went for. I knew this page was there. There's so many things that you can use in these recipe books that I've got 2 of them. I also use them in a recipe planner. But so I put 3 down on each day to put my 3 main goals down each day that I need to do. I did that. And then this little wee bit across here, this little strip, this says life is short, lick the bowl. I just thought that was so cute, but it's very faint so it doesn't stick out. And this little bit of blue kind of looks like clouds pushing down. So it matched my napkin, so I put that there. That's all I took out of here was the asterisks and that little bit. And then this is the Happy Goals sticker book, and out of here I used Defining Happy because this is kind of my happy place, guys. This picture right here. When I bought these napkins, I bought them because I absolutely loved them. They spoke to me. I could spend the rest of my life in a little faded cabin on the beach with seagulls flying around and sand everywhere, and I'd be happy till my end of days. I absolutely would. So I took Defining Happy, and then this plan was out of here as well. It said planning, and I just snipped it with my scissors. Don't be afraid to snip your stickers apart and get what you need. So I put plan there, and then this is a little book laying down with a pen in front of it and a little coffee with a heart on it in this pretty blue that matched my spread. It is from these stickers right here, just a bunch of different sized planners. Like she has the large ones, the medium ones, the small ones. It's called Coffee and Plan, this sticker sheet. And I have 2 of them, guys. You can see I love these. And these are from Green Darner Designs. It's an Etsy shop. So there's that. So that's what that is. The only other thing that I used in here was this square box. It's just from here. It's out of the Homebody sticker book. And while I was in the Homebody, I thought, what the heck? And I went looking for my favorite coffee cups, which are right here. These ones, aren't they gorgeous? So these ones here just have a little tiny love at the bottom of the cup. These ones are plain, and the ones down at the bottom say coffee first, and I need coffee on Monday. And that finished my spread. There wasn't much to it. So I have this sticker book out. It is a really old, I think this was the very first sticker book that I ever bought. And it's just a mix of all kinds of things, but it has these lovely glasses. I wear glasses, guys. And my Wordle down the side here, I put that blue sticker down. I couldn't find the days of the week that I went looking for, so I decided to just number. So if you do the Wordle puzzle, it's the New York Times Wordle puzzle, and they put one out every day. You just have to look it up on, just Google it, you'll find it. And it's the New York Times Wordle is the one that you want if you want the original. And they just number every puzzle. So this week, the numbers are going to start at 443 and go through to 449. I mean, I know this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? I'm going by the puzzle number anyway. And all I need is room for a 5-letter word. And then you get 6 tries. So, I mean, I've never gotten it my first try. So you get 6 tries. So when I get the word, I'll put the word down and put like 3 out of 6 or 5 out of 6 or 6 out of 6. I mean, that happens. And I'll just put that down here and I'll keep track of my Wordle scores, how many tries it took me. If I have a blank or a big question mark here, it'll mean I didn't get it, because they don't tell you the word if you don't get it. So I'm going to put my little glasses right there at the top of my Wordle, and yes, I just love it. So that's my spread for the week. I really do hope you enjoyed it. I love this. I put down such a little bit of stickers because in the case of this picture, I think less is more. Also, you can write on this. I'm not sure about the matte Mod Podge, but I think the matte Mod Podge you could write on. I would use a flare pen or something like that. I would check my pen well before I wrote on it. But because this is gesso, it has lots of tooth, it takes any kind of liquid medium, any kind of paint, pen, stain. You can put anything on this and it's perfect. So I can just write. So if I can do my 3 main priorities every day, my 3 to-dos that I have to get done that day, if I need to write more, I can just write, and I can just start here and write down my page. I love it. I hope you do too. If you did, give it a thumbs up. The best thing you can do to help me build my channel is share my videos. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that now before you leave so you can come back and see what next week's spread's going to be like. I also do many different things throughout the week. With that being said, take care everybody. I'll see you all in the next one, and bye-bye for now.